Have you ever been trying to explain a really complex idea and you suddenly notice your hands have a life of their own? Well, today, we're diving into exactly that, the fascinating, kinetic language of deep thought. We're going to explore how our hand gestures can be a direct window into the incredible workings of our minds.
So think about it for a second. Your own hands, are they telling a story that you aren't even aware of? We usually just brush these movements off, but what if they aren't random at all? What if they're actually a code?
Let's just get one thing straight right from the start. This is the big idea. Those complex, kind of fluid hand movements you make when you're thinking hard, that is not nervous fidgeting. No, it's the language of your mind at work, a physical broadcast of deep cognitive processing.
So, what is actually happening in the brain to make this happen? Let's take a look at the mental wiring behind these movements and get to know this idea of the deep processor. Well, what it comes down to is something called complex cognitive processing. And this leads to a really cool state called hyperconnectivity. Just think of it like this. The brain of a deep processor isn't just thinking on a single straight track. Oh no, it's physically trying to map out thoughts in layers, building this complex mental model in real time, and it's connecting ideas that might seem totally random to other people. Your hands, they're basically drawing that map out in the air for everyone to see. And this really shows a key difference in thinking styles. See, deep processors tend to favor slow thinking. It's a more deliberate, strategic, and refined way of doing things. This is the total opposite of a quick, impulsive, fast reaction. They're taking their time, building a really solid foundation for their thoughts, and as we're about to see, their gestures totally reflect that pace. Okay, so how does this deep processing actually, show up? Let's decode the 6 specific signs that reveal a deep processor is hard at work. And by the end of this, you're going to be able to spot them everywhere. First up, sign number 1. This is a classic gesture you've probably seen a million times, steepling the fingers. Where someone brings the fingertips of both hands together, making a kind of steeple. But what does it really mean? You might think this just screams confidence, but what's really happening here is way deeper than that. It's actually a sign of metacognition, and that's just a fancy word for thinking about your own thoughts. The person is actively organizing their ideas, assessing their own internal logic. They are literally holding their thoughts right there in their hands.
Okay, on to sign number 2.